This is an insight from WellView 365, powered by freshnews.ai. Executive Summary. Leaders are reframing healthcare operational efficiency as a communication problem, not just a staffing or tooling issue. Executive Summary. Operations leaders are moving from ad hoc staff messages to a single standard approach, so frontline teams can adjust patient-facing communication without stalling clinical work. New planning cycles and budget reviews are forcing a decision on who owns templates, who approves language, and how updates move from central teams to clinics. The risk is that without a clear structure, staff keep improvising updates through email, chats, and sticky notes, which leads to inconsistent patient information and avoidable rework. The next step is to define one consistent communication sequence from trigger to approval to publication and make it the only accepted path for patient-facing updates. Today's signal. Nurse managers and front desk leads huddle before shifts, trying to reconcile overnight emails, EHR alerts, and printed memos into what staff should say to patients today. Many quietly edit signs, handouts, and waiting room screens so information matches what they heard in rounds. Operations leaders are responding by standardizing one internal communication workflow so staff can update patient-facing messages quickly without pulling clinicians into message-by-message decisions. In streamlined internal staff communication contexts, WellView 365 provides the systematic approach needed to translate these insights into action. Why it matters. Here are 4 takeaways. First, staff stop wasting time chasing conflicting directions from email, chat threads, and verbal updates. Second, patient-facing signs, handouts, portals, and waiting room screens stay consistent across locations. Third, clinicians are shielded from day-to-day wording changes and can focus on care instead of messaging. Fourth, compliance and quality teams have a clear path to review and approve sensitive updates before staff use them. How it works in practice. This shows up when scheduling rules, visitor policies, or patient instructions change and need to reach front desks, call centers, and waiting room displays quickly. Today, someone in operations drafts language, emails a PDF, pings a manager in chat, and hopes staff update scripts, printed materials, and on-screen content correctly. The process breaks when locations interpret the message differently, old templates linger on shared drives, and no one is sure which version is final. With a standard workflow, one owner receives the trigger, updates a single template, routes it for defined approvals, and pushes the same text to call scripts, signage, and digital content. Staff know where to look and what to say without starting side channels. One practical adjustment. This week, pick one common patient-facing change type, such as visitor policy updates, and define a single path for how the message is delivered to frontline staff. What to do next? Here are 4 takeaways. First, list the top 5 types of patient-facing updates that routinely cause confusion for staff. Second, assign one owner role for drafting and maintaining language for each update type. Third, map the exact steps from trigger to staff writing message, including approvals and channels used. Fourth, pilot the standardized workflow with one department, gather frontline feedback, and adjust before expanding.